matter to you.
What's making the headlines and what's behind them?
We're on the streets to give you in-depth reports and insights.
DW News Africa.
Capital News tonight. The government says the COVID-19 vaccines will be distributed in the regions within 10 days. Tanzanians give their views after the launch of the COVID-19 vaccination drive. And in sports, as the national athletics team has left for the Tokyo Olympics in Japan. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. First, the national news. The Minister of Health, Dr. Dorothy Gwajima, has said they expect that within the next 10 days, coronavirus vaccines will be distributed in all regions of the country so that people can get vaccinated.
Nikasema chanjo zetu kama nilivyosema jana, mikoa yote tunakwenda kugawa.
These vaccines will be distributed in all regions. We have given 10 days for the vaccines to reach all the regions. And again, the emphasis is on prioritizing the 10 groups that were highlighted by the Ministry of Health. The vaccines will be available to all regional hospitals and health centers.
Hapa tunaenda kufanya ufuatiliaji bali kuu ya dawa ya serikali. Tuone namna gani tunaweza kwenda.
Medical Stores Department is going to do follow-up on how they can speed up the exercise. We'll work with the Ministry of Health to advocate issues of awareness so that Tanzanians can benefit from the vaccines brought into the country.
Kabla ya tamko ilikuwa hali ni mbaya zaidi, lakini wanaendelea kutekeleza na usimamizi unaendelea. Wananchi sasa wengine tumegundua wanapanda. Kwa hiyo kwa leo kwa kikao chetu hapa, maana yake usimamizi utakuwa mkubwa zaidi na mtaona matokeo makubwa zaidi. Na niwaombe wananchi watupe ushirikiano katika vyombo vya usafiri.
Meanwhile, commuter bus owners have said that the directive on leveled seats in buses as measures to curb COVID-19 infections is facing challenges mainly caused by bus drivers.
Kwa sababu mwaka jana tumepata sana hasara. Mtu wa Barati basi la 100,000 na kutia 40. Si bora gari ipaki. Wao wanatumia advantage madereva. Wasimame kama shirika la afya lilivyotoa ikakubalika watu kwenye daladala ndefu wasimame watu 7. Tulifanya utafiti wa kitaalamu.
Tunataka mkuu wa mkoa wa Dar es Salaam atuelewe, dharura ipo. Sisi level sisi tukatai, tunataka level sisi iwepo. Lakini je, walimu watapanda bure?
A day after the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Samia Suluhu Hassan, launched the COVID-19 vaccination drive by being the first Tanzanian to get inoculated. Some citizens have urged the government to speed up deployment and more public education on the vaccines.
Ila kwa nchi yangu Tanzania ninavyoona mpaka rais amechukua hatua ya kutoa chanjo kwa watu. Rais mwenyewe amechunguza na ameona kwamba inastahili.
Kabla kuingia nchini lazima kwanza imefanywa uchunguzi na analysis mbalimbali pamoja na wataalamu.
The government has not said that the COVID-19 vaccine is mandatory for public servants, as it has been reported on some social media platforms. The statement was made by the government spokesperson Gerson Msigwa.
Wananchi, kati ya jana na leo kumekuwa na taarifa za upotoshaji.
My fellow citizens, since yesterday there has been dissemination of misleading information that the government has directed all workers must be vaccinated for COVID-19. I'd like to inform you that this information is not true. The government has not given such kind of directives of forcing all workers to be vaccinated. Otherwise, they will be dismissed. What the government has announced is that the vaccines are not mandatory, except for groups that were mentioned, including health workers, people aged 50 years and above, those with chronic diseases, and officers of security organs.
Afya, madaktari, wauguzi, wao watapewa kipaumbele.
The sixth witness of the armed robbery case facing the former District Commissioner of Hai, Lengai Ole Sabaya, and his two co-accused, Bakari Msangi, has concluded testifying in Arusha's resident magistrate court. Here's more on the report.
The witness told the court that after what he had experienced on February 9th, he went to report the incident at the police station, whereby he was told to return at the station on the 16th. The witness said that when he went to report at the station, he was told to identify suspects who had been arrested. He said that he was able to identify two people involved in the incident as DeGratius Peter and Daniel Bura. After concluding his testimony, the witness was questioned by advocates of the defendants, after which the case was adjourned until 30th July this year.
Resident on the District Commissioner of Tunduru in Ruvuma region, Julius Mtatiro, has told the Deputy Minister of Agriculture, Hussein Bashe, that frequent invasions of livestock and elephant herds has become a threat to their lives as well as farming activities. They've urged the government to intervene and address the problem.
Changamoto mbili ni kubwa sana na zinatishia uhai.
This challenge is threatening agricultural activities in Tunduru. If it will not be addressed, then there shall no longer be any agricultural activities in the region, and the people of Tunduru will dwell in poverty.
Kwa kweli ni swala kubwa ambalo lina matatizo makubwa. Mkulima anapolima chakula chake anategemea apate kukidhi mahitaji ya
It is very sad because farmers depend on their produce in order to meet their needs. When a pestilence invades people's farms, then definitely they're putting farmers in bad positions. We shall talk with our fellows from the Ministry of Livestock so that we could debate on this matter and get concrete solutions. How come a pestilence comes from Bariadi to Namtumbo for grazing? The President of Zanzibar and the Chairman of the Revolutionary Council, Dr. Hussein Mwinyi, has called on the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and East Africa Cooperation to ensure Zanzibar is promoted and benefits from international economic and business opportunities. President Dr. Mwinyi made the statement in Zanzibar during talks with the Minister of Foreign Affairs Ambassador Liberata Mulamula and her executives.
Of our growth and development depends on the quality and courage of our political leadership.
This is achievable. Failure to achieve it will be disastrous for us.
Residents from two villages at Kilangwana Ward, Sumbawanga District, Rukwa region have blocked a convoy of vehicles of the region's Commissioner Joseph Mkirikiti and demanded that he resolves a dispute on construction of a customs building in Tanzania Wildlife Management Authority that has lasted for more than 27 years.
All we want is for the customs office to be built here because other custom points are very far. We urge you, as a regional commissioner, to construct one office here. I have directed all responsible people to open an office here. There is no need of neglecting this idea, as many people are smuggling their goods.
Nyie mnaona mali iko hapa alafu mnaifuata mali kama wezi. Hamna sababu hiyo.
And that is the end of national news. International news follows next after the break. We'll be right back.
Great news. I'm Christine Mundwa.
And I am Eddie Micah Jr. with the brand new DW News Africa.
The show that tackles the issues shaping the continent.
Now with more time to offer an in-depth look at all the trends that matter to you.
What's making the headlines and what's behind them?
We're on the streets to give you in-depth reports and insights.
DW News Africa.
Welcome back, and in international news. Tunisia has entered further into political uncertainty after President Kais Saied dismissed more officials just days after he sacked the Prime Minister, froze the parliament and assumed executive powers. After suspending parliament and sacked Prime Minister Mechichi on Sunday and firing the defense and justice ministers a day later, Saied ordered the dismissal of several top officials late on Tuesday. On Wednesday, he dismissed the CEO of national television channel Watania. He has also lifted the parliamentary immunity of lawmakers and assumed judicial powers. Moving on, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, 15 top officers of the military force have been arrested and handed over to the court-martial following allegations of theft of funds from the force. They are alleged to have stolen funds that were allocated for a military operation in North Kivu and Ituri.
6 militaires, dont 5 officiers supérieurs.
In Beni, 6 officers have been arrested for money theft, whom they have been taken to the military court for further investigations in Goma. We are certain that they do take money and share them with their superiors. If real investigations will be carried out, then several brigadiers and generals will be implicated too. The kingdom on Thursday signed 2 key agreements in the health sector on the 3rd day of President Uhuru Kenyatta's official visit to the European nation. The agreements were a memorandum of understanding on health workforce collaboration and the second on the launch of the UK-Kenya Health Alliance. Moving on, the World Bank has agreed to support Burundi get vaccines against the coronavirus. This was revealed by the deputy leader of the National Commission Against COVID-19, who is also the Minister of Health, Tade Ndikumana, who, however, said that the government will not be held responsible for effects that might be caused by the vaccine. World Bank has sent a letter to us that there is a possibility for them to support Burundi with vaccines. As the government, the current project is to test people, and once a person is infected with the virus, we treat them up to 9%, where many of the patients have recovered. However, for those who want to bring vaccines, they are allowed to do so. We shall put them in storage. And that is the end of international news. Business news follows next.
Tune in to Business Edition and meet business leaders and experts who keep you informed on business and economic developments taking place in the country, such as tourism, construction, energy, transport, mining, agriculture, communication, banking, real estate, and more. Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m. only on Capital Television.
Welcome back, and in business news. 10 companies from France are expected to invest in various sectors in the country, including oil and gas and fisheries. This was revealed in Dar es Salaam in a meeting between the Minister of Works and Transport, Dr. Leonard Chamuriho, and the French Ambassador Frederic Clavier, that was attended by representatives of the companies. These companies have looked on all opportunities and are here to negotiate with our companies, where so far they have had talks with Tanzania Ports Authority and the ministry responsible in fisheries to find ways on how these companies are going to collaborate in grabbing these opportunities.
So today it's a very important day because France is very much decided to mainland, but also to Zanzibar, to benefit of this strategy. We have many elements in common between Tanzania and France. France is a big maritime country. Tanzania is a big maritime country.
Tanzanians have been advised to invest in vanilla farming as prices for the crop are profitable, whereby currently a kilo of vanilla is selling at 1 million shillings. You will not go through all the hassles of farming vanilla or even care about the markets. All you need to do is invest funds in the project, where you will own the farm forever and get insurance for the farm. Who does not know the value of vanilla? Many people know the value of vanilla, the price of vanilla, and challenges of farming this crop. This program will help youth who cannot handle farming activities by investing funds and wait for the profits in the end.
Watalinda, watakulimia, watakuwekea mbolea na watakuvunia, alafu wanakwenda kuchukua hela tu ya kuuza.
Tanzania Agriculture Research Institute Tari Uyole Center has created a new type of fertilizer which will enable maize farmers increase production after using a small amount of fertilizer.
Kwa tafiti hizi za awali inaonyesha mbolea iliyotumika katika kukuzia, yani micro top dressing, uwepo wake wa zinki na mbolea ya kupandia, uwepo wake wa potassium, imetoa mafanikio mazuri yanaonyesha tija kwa mkulima. Kwa kiasi kidogo tu cha uwekaji, mavuno yanakuwa mazuri. Kwa mfano, uwekaji wa kilo 50 za mbolea ya kupandia.
And that is the end of business news. Sports news follows shortly.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's being dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's being dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Opposition, Joaquinho, he did lose to Lynn.
Back and in sports news. As the national athletics team leaves the country tonight for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics in Japan, the government has said it has confidence in the team and that it will represent the country well. Tanzania at the Olympics is represented by 3 athletes, Fainaluna Abdi, Gabriel Gay and Alphonse Alex Simbu.
Katibu wa kamati ya Olimpiki alitangulia. Timu ya wachezaji inaondoka leo
na kocha wao pamoja na mkurugenzi wa idara ya maendeleo ya michezo kwa maana ya mwakilishi wa serikali. Kwa hiyo Watanzania tuwaamini vijana wetu ambao wanaenda, tuna imani kubwa, wamekaa kambini muda mrefu tofauti na miaka ya nyuma, na kambi ilikuwa supported na serikali pamoja na chama cha riadha kimefanya kazi kubwa.
The training camp has taken a break after several trial matches and is expected to resume after 12 days in August in order to start preparations for the African Women Cup of Nations and Council of Southern Africa Football Association COSAFA competitions.
Lakini katikati ya mwezi wa 9 Tanzanite watacheza mchezo wa kwanza wa kufuzu kombe la dunia, mchezo wa kwanza hapa nyumbani dhidi ya Botswana. Lakini pia katikati ya mwezi wa 10 Twiga Stars watacheza mechi yao ya kwanza ya kufuzu kwa AFCON dhidi ya Namibia. Kwa hiyo kuanzia mwezi huu wa 8 manake ni kipindi cha mashindano mfululizo mpaka mwaka kesho mwezi wa 6, endapo tutakuwa tumeweza kufika kwenye hatua za mwisho za kila mashindano ambayo tunashiriki.
Australia's Zach Tabulai-Cook broke an Olympic record to win the race with a time of 2 minutes 6.38 seconds, finishing ahead of Arno Kaminga of the Netherlands and Finland's Matti Mattsson. Here is the report. Claimed his second gold of the Games following his part in the United States 4x100 meters relay victory. But it was a close race as Australia's Kyle Chalmers finished just 0.06 second drift with Russian Klemeny Kolesnikov in third. Dressel could finish these Olympics as one of the most successful swimmers at an individual games, as he is in contention for a further 4 medals, 2 in relays, medley and mixed medley. Only 2 swimmers in Olympics history have won more than 6 medals at a game. Michael Phelps with 8 in Beijing in 2008 and Mark Spitz with Sesson in Munich in 1972. Novak Djokovic remains on course for a Golden Slam after ruthlessly ending the dreams of home hope Kei Nishikori to cruise into the Paralympic semi-finals. The world #1 bidding to become the first man to win all 4 Grand Slam titles and an Olympic gold in the same year breezed through 6-2, 6-0. He will face Germany's Alexander Zverev or France's Jeremy Chardy in the semis. Earlier, Switzerland's Belinda Bencic, Rybakina 7-6, 7-2, 4-6, 4-3 to reach the women's singles final. 4-time Olympic gold medalist Simone Biles has reacted to the widespread support she has received after withdrawing from Thursday all-around final. Here's more on the story. The American gymnast pulled out of the competition, saying she needed to prioritize her mental health, a move that has brought praise from high-profile figures in sport, entertainment and politics. The 24-year-old said the support had shown her she was more than her accomplishments and gymnastics. And that sports item ends our news bulletin for tonight. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. Thank you for watching and good night.
You can watch Capital News live on our social media accounts, YouTube Capital TV and Facebook Capital Television Tanzania from Monday to Friday at 9:30 p.m. Don't forget to subscribe and put notification on.
Ule msimu wa 88 ndio huu. Vituo vyako bora vya ITV, Radio 1, Capital Radio na Capital Television tunakuletea ofa kabambe. Pata fursa ya kutangaza nasi kwa bei ya punguzo kabisa. Nunua matangazo manne ya sekunde 30 kwa upande wa television kwa shilingi 500, na kwa upande wa radio matangazo madogo madogo, yani casual advert, manne kwa shilingi 100. Ofa hii ya msimu wa 88 pia inahusisha vipindi vya dakika 5 na 10 kwenye TV na Brand Talk kwenye radio. Kwa maelezo zaidi, wasiliana na idara ya masoko kwa simu namba 0658777144 au 0676777147. Changamkia ofa hii, kwani mwisho wake ni tarehe 15 mwezi wa 8 2021. Vigezo na masharti kuzingatiwa.